Basically, I wanted to make this short video trying to show how far discharge the CRZ's 12-volt battery can get before the car doesn't start. Now, my battery is actually charged, air quotes. It's very damaged. It's a 3-year-old battery, but it's in Florida. And, well, let me show you. So there's the voltage right now. At this point, by the way, the driver window does not work at all. You can see the lights flash, and the window doesn't roll up or down. The passenger window rolls up and down, but it's very sad. And you can see when I try to roll it up or down, the lights dim. Very evident also in the interior lights. You can see that. Because these are LEDs, and LEDs are extremely sensitive to voltage. You can see if I try to turn on my lights, they do not turn on at all because they are HIDs. They still drain power though, that's interesting to see. Oh wow, that went down to 6 volts, and you can see that light is flickering pretty bad. So it's doing something. The high beams do still work though, because those are LEDs, and they're very dim though. Wow, I've never seen that actually, they are very dim. Okay, so the battery's at 10.16 volts. That's, I think, the lowest I've gotten the voltage. Let's see if it starts up. Yeah, it starts up. You can see the lights brighten up. Let's turn it off because I don't want that to recharge. You can see the voltage immediately drops back down. What about the climate control? Oh yeah, that's a big one, and it's also weak, though. The air coming out is weak. It's kind of strange. You never see a car do stuff like this because the voltage is usually not this low. Moving up the window, rolling it down. Oh, the traction control light is on. I've never had that one on. By the way, I've been driving this car with this battery for quite a while now, for almost 2 weeks. I've never had any issues. No weird warnings have popped up. But yeah, you can see the VSA and the hill start assist. I will say, though, one time I did try to start the car and I couldn't. I would turn the key and it just wouldn't crank over. But then I just let it sit for like a minute and then it worked. But I did get that traction control light on before I started the car. Once I started it, it went away. Alright, let's try starting it right now with all this, with the thing on. Yep, started right up. Interesting. So yeah, you can see that the 12-volt system on the CRZ seems to be pretty resilient, despite what the forum might suggest. Because I've heard of a lot of people saying that the car just goes crazy when the 12-volt battery is dead, but this battery is very dead. I mean, you can see I can't even turn on my headlights anymore. And the car seems to... I'm actually going to leave that on. I want to drain this battery even more. So the car is working just fine. Try rolling the window back up, see what... Oh yeah, it's very, very sad. Oh, now the ABS is on now. And yes, I don't know if the ABS and the traction control are the same. I'm pretty sure the hill start assist and the traction control are the same, but I don't know if ABS and traction control are also the same. I don't know if they're all the same unit. I don't think so. Oh. Well, the automatic climate control is still working because it suddenly started shooting air down at my feet. Alright, so it's been a while. I turned on the defroster, I got the fan on full blast. I have the radio playing, although it's not. I have a 300 watt subwoofer in the back, but it's pretty small. Voltage is pretty low. Let me see, I want to see what happens. Let me turn this off. It does go up a little bit. That seems, although I do have the lights on still. What happens if I turn those off? 10.3. Whoa! The radio just turned off when I did that. I turned the key back to the on position and the radio turned off. defroster. I can see the lights dimming whenever I do anything, and those ZRLs are not that dim. They're never that dim. These lights are also very dim. I guess this is very predictable. I mean, the battery's dying. By the way, that light isn't flashing, the one on the dimming mirror. It looks like it's flashing, but it's not. It's solid. Trust me. Alright, let's see if it still starts. Oh, it starts right up. Yeah. Like nothing ever happened. So I guess this seems to be a whole lot more resilient than people treat it as, I think. People make it out to be. Oh yeah, the dash is definitely brighter right now. And you can see the ABS light and the VSA lights are both off. I don't know, maybe I just got lucky, because I've heard of people saying that their cars went crazy when their batteries die, but this battery is very, very dead. Like, as I said, it drops to 10 volts with nothing doing, like, with the car completely off. So, I don't know. I'm still gonna change it, because sometimes I need to, like, leave my lights on, or leave my my hazards on, and I can't. Those waste more. Oh, those ought to waste more power because they have resistors in the back too. So I'm gonna leave those on. The frost run. I still want to see how far it can go before the car just does not start. Actually, I'm gonna put it in reverse too. Oh yeah, all the lights are incredibly dim. Yeah, you can see here. Well, I don't know if you can see it, but you can see that when the blinkers flash, the reverse lights dim. That's not normal. I want to see if the ones in the mirror are flashing, because those are LEDs too. Oh yeah, these are still flashing. They still look pretty bright, as they should. These are also very dim. Oh wow, the the ones I put down here, they're freaking out completely. You can see only this part. Well, actually, probably can't, but only these three LEDs here are flashing. What about the other one? Is the other one working? Yeah, the other one isn't working at all either. Interesting. Let's see if it still starts. Oh! No, I turned the key and nothing happened. Everything turned off, but... Yeah, let's try that again. Okay, what happens if I turn it off? Oh, it's not in... Oh, wait, because it's not in... Oh, I didn't have it in park. I had it in reverse. Oh, yeah, it still starts up. Yeah, you can see... The lights still freak out for some reason. The lights in the front, you can see the white flashing. Alright, this thing is a pretty resilient little guy. I'm impressed. Now, with that being said, the only reason this works is because this car is using the hybrid battery to start, but I know this car, when it's cold, like I believe below 32 Fahrenheit, it actually does use a 12-volt battery to start, and if that's the case, if your car decides to use a 12-volt battery, then yeah, you are screwed. You're gonna need a jump start. But overall, pretty impressive. Then again, I wonder why it didn't start the first few times, because I noticed today, because I was driving today, when you turn the key on, you know that the fuel pump runs for a few seconds to like prime fuel to the engine, and I noticed that sometimes while the fuel pump was priming, if I tried to start the engine, it wouldn't crank, nothing would happen. But then if I waited for it to stop running, and then turn the key, then the engine would start, as usual. Very strange, very, very strange. Like I said, the driver window does not roll up or down at all. Like I'm pulling it up. It isn't even rolling up at all. Before I would push it down and it would like jut a little bit, like move like probably what, a millimeter, and then it would stop. So I'd have to like spam this like a video game, and then it would slowly roll down. And I ended up just turning on the car rolling it down all the way. But now it's not moving at all, or making any noise or anything. And again, the check engine is light, so the ECU is working still, even though this voltage is quite low. Alright, let's try starting it again, see what happens. Oh wait, I have it in reverse again. Let's put it in neutral. Yeah, it starts up like nothing. Pretty impressive. And then when I turn it on, you can see the TPMS light, that's on because somebody broke the sensor on one of the tires. But you can see that the other lights are gone, other than the TPMS light. Everything else works just fine. And even the clock on the gauge cluster hasn't reset or anything. pretty impressive, I gotta say, pretty impressive. You can see the voltage right up there at 14.1 volts. Although I'm pretty sure that right now the battery is taking on a lot of amperage to recharge. And then, yep, the window works. That one rolls up as it should. The lights don't dim. Yep, the HIDs work. Wait, no, they're not working. Oh no, yeah, they're working. And for the sake of thoroughness, here's the new battery I just bought. Exact same battery, same brand and everything. You can see the voltage. And I haven't even started the car, just put it in, and I haven't even started the car with it yet. And you can see the battery, the hybrid battery does that when you replace the battery. And obviously I imagine, yep, that's... You can see all the windows work. The voltage does drop some, which is expected, but you know, not a lot. Of course it starts up no problem. And here's another tip for anybody looking to replace the battery in their CRZ. Where I bought the battery, which is Walmart, the 51R battery is actually cheaper, was $10 cheaper. And I haven't confirmed this, but I have read that people have put that battery in this car, which is actually a bigger battery. It's considered an upgrade. And the 151R battery, which is the one you need, the one the car originally comes with, was $130, and the 51R was $119. So I would definitely recommend that, unless you can get a deal on the 151R battery, which is what I did. I got it for like $90 because the labels were misplaced. Just get the 51R battery. It's bigger and it's cheaper and it's a lot easier to find. The Walmart that's just closest to my house, they didn't even have the 151R battery. I showed it to them and they were like, nope, we have no idea what this is. So if you can, get the 51R battery. It's bigger, it's easier to find, it might be cheaper for some reason, which kind of shows that batteries are a big ripoff. And before I end the video, I want to address something that I've heard also quite a lot. And that is that if you just put the key into the ignition and you just don't turn it on or anything, you just put it in, supposedly the car starts charging the 12-volt battery off the hybrid battery in the back, and presumably that's gotten people out of basically gotten people a jump start in a pinch from their own battery, like in car meets where they let the battery drain. I gotta say, this is not the experience I've had at all. So you can see the voltage, you can see I have the key in my hand, and I'm going to put it in. And watch the voltage I'm putting it in right now. It actually went down, because presumably this came on, and presumably that woke up a bunch of computers in the car, which drained power, and you can see the voltage is actually dropping a little bit. It's not going up, that's for sure. So I think that those people that say that putting the key in helps you, I don't think it does. I think it's just the car acting up because of the low voltage, because as I said, I have gotten situations where the car doesn't crank. Like, I turn the key and it doesn't even crank at all. And it's Florida, it's like 60 degrees right now. So, but then I wait for a second and then it cranks over just fine when I, when I wait and crank it over, 20 seconds later. So I don't think this is true at all. I think this is just the car, like, I don't know, deciding to work. I really don't have much of an explanation, but if anything, this shows me that is not the case, that the hybrid battery recharges the 12-volt battery with the car off. And I don't think Honda would have engineered it that way anyways, because the hybrid battery is very small. It's only 600 watt-hours. So for a car of this size, for anything of this size, it's very, very small battery. Especially if you're trying to recharge one battery with another. That's very efficient. Here, you can see, I still have the key in. I haven't taken it out. You can see the voltage is even lower now, 10.7. So this shows me that the hybrid battery isn't charging the 12-volt battery at all, not even slowly. But the car, it still starts just fine. Again, because it's not using a 12-volt battery. If it tried to use a 12-volt battery right now, the car would just die.